Good afternoon. This short video presentation is in relation to assessment matters. Your first assessment is due soon. Please try to word your assessment in a way where the reader can comprehend what you're attempting to say without having to make assumptions or have done any prior reading. In other words, make it comprehensible from the outset and self-contained in a sense. Please try to avoid asking for an extension. I hope that I've been clear in indicating that I do expect the assessments to be in on time. Do try to stick to the word limit. Now, for the exam, once we've completed the first assessment, what I propose to do is to lead some very specific discussions in relation to points that we've already covered, in a sense by way of review in preparation for the examination. You'll find that the quantity of reading that you need to cater for in the second part of the course is less than the first. And I know that's not perhaps saying that there won't be much reading, because there's an awful lot of reading. But in previous discussions I've mentioned that the examination will be of no great surprise. I can tell you that the exam will require you to answer 5 of 7 questions, each one worth 10 marks, 50%. Each of the questions will require you to answer in an essay style. The question itself will be relatively simple, quite short, and you can lead the answer in whichever way you feel is the most appropriate way to do so. I've indicated very strongly that you should read past papers. That will give you a clear guide as to the sort of examination you might expect. You also would note the emphasis that I've placed on certain areas of practice. In relation to the examination topics, I'm going to suggest that you carefully consider some of these, and these will be part of the discussions that I'll lead into the future. I talked at some length about the concept of separation of powers. That is, the separation of functions between the Parliament, the Executive and the courts. Somewhat allied to that was the concept of the power conferred upon the Commonwealth to make environmental laws and discussions in relation to the Constitution. You may have noticed that I seem to emphasise issues in relation to the precautionary principle. And we spent a lot of time at various stages during the course in relation to the concept of property rights and the related issue of when compensation can be payable for loss of alleged property rights. These are the things that you might want to start preparing for. Also note that on the 29th of April we have a guest speaker lined up. Hopefully everything will go well. It is an industry expert, and the topic on that night is solely limited to the matter of environmental impact assessments, something you should probably be familiar with. And also I'll indicate that I'm very keen on discussing issues relating to enforcement of environmental laws and also prosecution issues, and you'll see references through the second part of the course more consistently to those type of issues. Please keep up your comments and questions through Moodle. Please participate as much as you can in the live Zoom sessions. Do keep up with your reading and start to prepare draft answers in relation to various topics that you think might be on the examination. I'm going to lead discussions for group forums in relation to certain specific areas after the first assessment. The first one will be in relation to the issue of separation of powers and the Constitution. It will, as indicated, be by way of revision, and it may be useful in terms of examination preparation. All the best, keep up your studies, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.